camera on field down the road.
We do. We're gonna have one tonight.
Yeah.
Brady's on camera down on the field.
Like we would be able to hook a mic up there to that camera, right, and get audio if he wanted to interview something. We don't have to do it tonight because we're still getting used to it. But in the future, that would be viable, correct? Perfect. That's what.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Let me send Daniel down to you so you guys can kind of get him a spot where he can observe what's going on between you and Paul. Okay? Okay. Thanks.
Rob, nice to meet you. Welcome to the first game of the 2024 t-shirts. Well, I figured I'd come a little earlier.
Paul's gonna be out like this corner, and then Jeff. So, I mean, they both have glasses, so I can't really get his head. But like thinking Paul probably.
Yeah, whenever it's good for you guys, I don't mind. Yeah. All right. Start the second quarter. I'll come up. Oh, can I hang out here? Okay, cool.
Tonight's game, let's remember to demonstrate positive sportsmanship at all times, as the actions of fans reflect on their school community. So be loud, be proud,
It's like a Red Sox broadcast. Yeah, exactly.
but be positive.
And then he can take off.
Except for my alumni.
Let's introduce tonight's head coaches. For Grafton, Chris McMahon. For Ashland, Andrew McCain.
Growing up, grew up in Ashland. Awesome.
Team captains for Grafton.
You know the Griffins?
Number 56, Chase Diamond. Number 2, Finn Gilmore.
Kerry.
Number 8, James Yanna. Number 0, Caden Kelly. Number 1, Brendan McMahon. Number 52, Austin McCormick. And number 3,
Well, actually, yeah.
Where they are now.
No. Okay.
and your captains for Ashland are number 9,
Ashland
Juan
since
Arrow.
1968.
Number 11, Devin O'Brien.
Love it.
And number 23, Kevin Ozalimba.
Okay.
Rob's really gonna be driving the interview,
Yeah.
and I'll just try to break in with some play-by-play as we can, but without being.
I know your play-by-play. I know your voice. Watch you guys, of course.
Do you watch the games?
Well, we've been sponsoring for the last 4 years.
We appreciate it.
No, listen, I love to be able to do it.
We might even be live. Yeah, I don't know.
At this time, we ask all who are willing and able to please stand for the playing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
Good evening, everybody. The sun is about to set on the plateau here at Ashland High School, but it's a new dawn for Clocker football as the 2024 season gets underway tonight on WACA. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this Week 1 showdown between the Grafton Gators and your Ashland Clockers, sponsored by TekniPlex Healthcare. Alongside Rob Silver, I'm Josh Abrams. Now, Rob, summer went by too quickly again.
It always does. It always does.
But on the plus side, football's back.
Yeah, we're looking for some revenge. We came off a mediocre season last year, and a lot of talent. It's just we'll have to see how it plays out. Tough start tonight. They're playing against an always tough Grafton squad. Super Bowl 2 years ago. I think there's semifinals to the Super Bowl last year, and we'll see. But they're
You
big.
need it for strength of schedule, right?
Yeah, and the one thing I do know about Grafton is they are big. They have 10 players listed at over 200 pounds, 9 players at 6 feet or taller, and one of the stars on their team, big and tall, Connor Shepard, 333 pounds. Their Clockers are set to kick off, and the season is underway. Bounces, spins towards the sidelines. And the Grafton Gator, that's Zealand Youngblood, forced to jump on that ball, actually, and almost got a little break early there, Josh.
Absolutely. It looked like a bit of a short kickoff, but almost worked out for him. And by the way, TekniPlex time and temperature game time, 69 degrees at 6:58. Oh, got an early start here tonight. Okay.
Wow, somebody's got to be somewhere. So taking a look at the defensive line for Ashland, it's Mark Mermelstein. Number 7, number 52 is Gavin Jones. 54, Alfredo Neto. And on the end there is Dante Marloni. Pitch goes to Finn Gilmore. It's a healthy chunk of yards, 5 yards.
Brought down by Marloni.
So I caught the scrimmage last week. You know, they played Wellesley in the scrimmage last week. They didn't try anything too exotic. I think Coach McKay didn't want to show his hand, but
They weren't more like the NFL, isn't it?
Yeah, they weren't playing full pads, but it'll be interesting to see. We have some really explosive players back on offense this year. Oh, a tackle miss in the backfield. And another big gain there by number 2, Finn Gilmore.
Yeah, it was Patrick St. Peter who broke through the line, just wasn't able to wrap him up.
Yeah, one of the things we did talk about is, when I was speaking with one of the coaches, yes, they're really oversized and overmatched, from a height perspective, weight perspective. So they're going to have to execute. It's going to come down to technique and do the things that they know they have to do. And just do it cleanly. Obviously, we talk about penalties, turnovers, all those things.
Okay, first and 10 at the 47. Quick pass.
Different quarterback there. It's John Peeler. Quick out, 5 yards. Is that Finn Gilmore again?
Yep. Absolutely right.
Somebody cover that guy.
Seriously. And they're into Clocker territory.
Coach Anderson, Athletic Director Anderson walking the track here. Mixed emotions. He's got a lot of friends, and he refers to them as friends as they run the sweep. They get the corner.
Some good blocks.
Griffin
Still on his
Landry
feet.
Into open space. A flag on the play. Probably coming back for a holding. That was one of the areas of weakness I noticed last week was Wellesley really had their way getting outside. Really getting a good push on the end line. That one, obviously, because of the flag, so it'll come back. And it's usually, I think it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Oh, block in the back.
Block in the back.
Good call, Robin. Looks like it was at least a 10-yard penalty. Moving it back to the Grafton 45.
2nd and 12. That's going to make it. motion. Hands off again to Fillmore from Peeler. That one goes nowhere.
Patrick St. Peter again in on the tackle this time.
I say nowhere, relatively speaking.
Oh,
Goes
short
for a
gain.
Yard and
Short
a half.
gain.
Short gain, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, relative to their other plays so far, that was practically nothing.
Exactly.
I get you.
I complete you.
Well, let's not go too far.
Not in the first game.
Jerry Maguire.
Not in the first quarter.
Yeah, these teams have had 2-3 scrimmages each. This is our first game of the year.
So it's 3rd and 10. Fakes the handoff, rolls right, over the middle, intercepted.
That's Jake Linehan. Returns it to the Grafton 32.
And a huge play on the first possession. Jake Linehan comes up with a stop on 3rd and 10, takes it back to the 32, runs it back 23 yards.
So Rob, being very prescient, right? You said they're going to have to execute tonight. They're giving a lot away in height and weight. And there we go, Jake Linehan stepping up on that first possession, forcing a turnover, and great opening field position for the Clockers.
Yeah, it was a good job by the defensive line, getting some pursuit, forcing the rollout. They knew he had to pass. And 3 players kind of ill-advised. And that's actually one of the areas where I think my scouting report, whoever I talked to, said was one of their weaker points was the quarterback. And a poor decision when it comes down to it right there, triple coverage. So here we go. Ashland, first offensive possession. They're going to use a couple different quarterbacks. It's going to be
That was Soderberg.
Soderberg to start. Hands off to Ozalumba. Gets hit hard.
He is tough to
Forging
bring
ahead.
down. Look at this. Great effort.
Pick up about 5 yards maybe. Ozalumba, just a junior, had a huge season as a sophomore. Really carried the workload last year. Both sides of the ball. Scouting report, he bulked up a lot over the summer, put on about 20, 25 pounds over the summer. So as good as he was last year, we're hoping to see him even bring it up to another level.
Yeah, I mean, he was a TVL All-Star last year and was included in the MetroWest Daily News' preseason 32 players to watch. He's lined up in the backfield now, and this time it's Ben Atherton under center on a shotgun snap.
Yeah, and they will use the 2 quarterbacks, Soderberg and Atherton. Atherton being the junior, Soderberg the senior. Both very talented. Each one does something a little bit different and better than the other, but they're both fairly equally talented.
Brings up a 3rd and 5.
And also coming back, I don't know if he's been in the lineup again, but player to watch is number 9, Quan Amaral. He was a very high prospect as a sophomore, got injured early. Same thing as a junior, injured again. So it'd be nice to see if he's healthy as they throw out to the flat and immediately picked up.
They sniffed that right out. Robbie Rudisil was the receiver, but he gets dropped for a loss.
Yeah, it looked like John Schofield on the tackle for the Gators of Grafton.
22, Robbie Rudisil, tackled by number 6, John Schofield, for the loss of 5. We got 4th down. And
Nice to see Robbie Rudisil come back. He was on the fence. He's highly committed to basketball. Very excellent player basketball-wise. Just didn't know if he was going to do it. But it's good to see him out there. Hopefully they can leverage his height and his leaping ability. Get some good passing yardage to him.
Soderberg and shotgun here, Ozalumba beside him.
And you folks at home, easy to identify Kevin Ozalumba. He's got the orange cleats.
In case you can't see that big 23 on his back.
And we're taking a timeout. So 6:14 to go. Somebody stop the clock. And they're still running the clock.
Well, it's funny, I did ask Kevin Anderson pregame if they could do a running clock so that I can get home for that 8 o'clock Eagles game tonight against the Packers. Okay, the clock is now stopped with 5:53 to go. I want to take a moment here to give a shout out to one of our one of our other sponsors. We certainly mentioned TekniPlex Healthcare quite a bit so far, and we'll have a special guest from TekniPlex Flexible coming up here at the beginning of the second quarter. But I want to also say thank you to Mr. Handyman of Central MetroWest. Excuse me, Mr. Handyman of Central MetroWest, a longtime sponsor here on WACA. We appreciate your sponsorship, and we'll have more about them later on tonight. TekniPlex Healthcare leverages its world-class materials science knowledge to deliver better patient outcomes by designing and manufacturing products that allow for less invasive procedures, reduce pain, enable faster healing, and safer drug delivery.
TekniPlex Ashland is.
Could always draw a penalty. They got Rudisil lined up here on the slot. Way outside, it is number 4, Hugo Rossi. And they're throwing that way. It's Rudisil.
Broken up.
Yeah, Rudisil was the target.
Two
Jake
receivers
Robertson.
down there. Hugo Rossi was down there as well.
Yeah.
It's interesting, Ron. I mean, I don't know who called that timeout, but entirely different formation from before the timeout to the one they actually executed.
Breaking up that pass was number 3, Jake Robertson. I spoke with athletic director Kevin Anderson before the game. That was one of the players he mentioned. That's my guy.
Wow.
I was like, what do you mean? He's known him since he's been a kid. He's grown up with him, and he's really excited to see him play. Quick handoff. Burst through the line. Still trying to wrap him up. That's Brendan McMahon. All 205 pounds of him.
This looked like Linehan and Ozalumba in on the tackle for the Clockers, but it was a big gain down the right side for a first down.
And there's 2 Linehans. They're brothers, twins, supposedly. Well, fraternal twins. One's tall and lanky. The other is a version of myself. But more athletic than myself, put it that way. Yeah, it's Charlie Linehan, number 62, and Jake Linehan. No, they're not fraternal twins. One's a sophomore. So a pitch to the left, and there he is. McKay calling for a hold.
That's Corey Paddleford on the tackle here on the near sideline. Take him out of bounds.
Again. Finn Gilmore just kind of having his way with the rushing yards.
Coach McKay still pleading his case with the refs to keep an eye out for those holds.
He is a master at working the refs.
So 1st and 10 here on the Clocker 35 for the Gators.
And that thing, he's very polite about it. He's firm, but polite. Fillmore again. And another 11, 12 yards.
Yeah, they're just chewing up turf right now.
Too easy. Too easy. Finn Gilmore. They're going to have to fix that. Speaking of fixing things, if you need anything fixed around the house, reach out to Mr. Handyman, Central Mass?
Central MetroWest.
Central MetroWest.
He threw us a curveball. It used to just be Mr. Handyman, but
You
giving
can
us
go MrHandyman.com and then put in your zip code. It's going to pull up the local.
based right here in Ashland.
4:37 to go in the first quarter. No score. Gators driving. Another pitch, Finn Gilmore, handoff, excuse me, and another 10 yards. Just waltzing his way through this defensive line.
And into the red zone. So I don't think they've attempted a pass since the interception to end the previous possession.
Yeah, I think they've only run 3 or 4 plays. Big chunks, big chunks.
Yep.
But they're in the TekniPlex red zone.
First and 10 from the Ashland 14-yard line.
See if the Ashland defense can stiffen up here and keep the Gators out of the end zone. Peeler under center, hands it off to a different runner this time, and he gets another good chunk of yards. Owen Belanger.
Owen Belanger.
Another first down, and they're knocking on the door down to the 3-yard line, it looks like.
Yep, first and goal. Under 4 minutes to go here in the quarter. Grafton clearly using its advantage in height and weight, just pushing that Clocker defensive line backwards.
I mean, you got to bring up more guys and force them to throw.
Yep.
Force them to throw. There's a pitch to Finn Gilmore.
He's
and
in
he
for the touchdown.
Gets into the end zone. First score of the year, regular season, and the Gators are on the board here in Clocktown.
Sorry, Rob. They look like they were running out of like a straight I formation there. Nothing fancy about it. Just
exactly.
2 backs. Give it to the deep one.
Yeah, so Finn Gilmore, who's been carrying the offense, finally puts it over the goal line.
Yep.
And in to kick the extra point, looks like number 15, Jamison Mello, senior. Good snap, good hold, and it's wide.
Well wide.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Clockers catch a little bit of a break there after giving up yardage by the, I don't know, by the bushel?
Yeah. Almost by the dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, it is the Grafton Gators facing off against our Ashland Clockers. Gators just got on the scoreboard leading 6-0, 3:16 to go in the quarter. I'm Rob Silver with my partner Josh Abrams. Going to be here all season up on the roof, high atop plateau at William Cunis Field. I always like to throw in the William Cunis.
Yeah, no,
I feel like he deserves the respect.
It. Absolutely, absolutely. And of course, want to remind folks, those of you watching us live here on YouTube, we do have a copy of the feed here up in the booth, and happy to do any shout-outs if you want to share any comments, any constructive feedback for us, whatever you like. It's a great fall Friday night here on the plateau, and we'd love to hear from you. So again, Gators up 6-0 and about to kick off. Clockers will be starting with their second possession of the night.
Finn Gilmore to kick, and it's Kevin Ozalumba and Robbie Rudisil back deep for the Clockers. This one heading towards Rudisil. Fields it cleanly on the 5. Not able to shed the first tackle. Great special teams coverage by the Grafton Gators. Going to give the Clockers a 85-yard field to work with.
Like a 7-yard return on that, on the kickoff.
Yeah, I think that's new. I don't think Rudisil was returning last year.
Brings up a 1st and 10 for Ashland from the 17-yard line.
The game time return, something you got to get used to.
Sure. If I'm Grafton, I'm looking at Robbie Rudisil, I'm looking at TVL All-Star Ozalumba. I'm going to kick to Rudisil. No offense to Robbie, he's a great athlete.
Yeah. All right, so who's back there? This is Ben Atherton,
Yep.
Jr.
Flanked by a couple of backs. Gives to Ozalumba. He got met immediately, not brought down immediately, but he was met immediately. He is just what you had said earlier, Rob. Like, he is strong, he's built, and he's tough to bring down.
Yeah, they didn't really have any big gains in the scrimmage against Wellesley. Was a little different format, like we said. Quick whistles. They, didn't really have any hard tackles. And once you get tied up a little bit, they blew it dead. Just got to get him into some open space somehow.
Okay, Atherton stays under center here, again flanked by Amaral and Ozalumba.
Throwing over to Rossi.
Right through the hands.
Rossi also a junior.
Atherton had a great lane to throw in there. Clean lane.
It was a nice throw.
Rossi was open.
Throw. No excuses there. Rossi just missed it, but opening night jitters.
Yep. So 3rd and 9 here from the Clocker 18.
Yeah, 2:17 to go in the first quarter. Rossi, wide out. Devin O'Brien in the slot. Kevin Ozalumba up top.
That's a little different.
Middle screen. Executed well, but just shy of the first down marker, maybe by a yard. That's Quan Amaral.
I'll tell you, Atherton was under heavy pressure there from the
By
Grafton
design.
rushers.
Yeah, by design. They let him through. Let him through. What was that?
He handled it
remember
well.
the Titans?
Yep.
Can't call.
You're on
can't call
fire
it.
tonight. Already got like 2 or 3 movie references. It's not even the end of the first quarter.
Oh, and they might be trying to draw him offsides. Grafton has seen this before. Let's run it.
Looks like I thought Devin O'Brien's popped his head up, but it looked like he was under center.
Yeah, on the when they run the gunk, you'll often see him under center. Hard count. And do you burn the timeout? Or do you just take the delay a game penalty?
Apparently, you
I
burned
don't
the
know.
timeout.
Well, I do like the call. The reason you take the timeout, if you do get a 5-yard penalty on the ensuing kickoff, well, ensuing play or whatever, then it's a first down. So.
Well, Rob, the best way to keep up with Clocker Sports is the Ashland Athletics Instagram account. By the way, did you see? I know you're big on the IG. Did you see the opening week scavenger hunt included a photo with athletic director Kevin Anderson?
I did not.
Yeah, they worked it right in there. You missed that one on the IG, huh?
I don't do a lot with Instagram. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like they've moved off of Twitter almost entirely. It's all on the IG.
Is it? All right.
Yeah, all on Instagram. And yeah, I checked it out today. It turns out that students wearing neon tonight got in for free.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm personally glad. I'm glad to see neon clothing is coming back. I'm gonna have to dig deep in my wardrobe for my 80s neons. 80s neon clothes.
I kind of feel like there was a dad joke, a bad joke coming somewhere.
I was sure you were gonna go Miami Vice for me there.
I did have one of those white for whatever reason, my mom bought me one of those. I never wore it. I never wore it.
Oh, I wanted it and I wore it. Oh,
Here's
yeah,
the punt.
absolutely.
Nice boot. See if
Yeah,
we get a
good hang
friendly
time.
roll. Sideways roll and backwards and still sideways. And it's ultimately down by Corey Paddleford.
So Grafton will start with excellent field position, just shy of the 50.
Yeah. 25 yards on the, 24 yards on the punt. 30 yards down to the 46. Okay. So 1:08 to go in the first quarter. Grafton with their third offensive possession of the first quarter.
They're showing a different look right now. Shotgun here.
And once again, Finn Gilmore. This time he's limited with his gain. Nice tackle by Merlone.
Picked up 4 yards on that one.
Gilmore with the carry. Tackled by number 9, Quan Amaral. For a gain of 4.
Quan Amaral also in on the tackle.
Bring up a 2nd and 6 for Grafton.
45 seconds and counting till the end of the quarter.
I do notice all the neon that you pointed out in the student section. I saw somebody, I thought like he was working a detail or something, but that
We got a healthy
explains
student
it.
section behind us as well, up on the wall behind the fence.
That makes me nervous. Oh, I love the inflatable gator across the way. There's a
Great
pitch. Good blocking. And it is Owen Belanger just gliding through the block all the way to the first down marker and more.
Yeah,
Pick up
Ozalumba and go ahead.
8.
That's enough for a
Who was on the tackle?
Ozalumba and Amaral combined.
1st and 10 from the
Yeah, they just got, and that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. As we are at zeros.
That brings up the end of the quarter.
Okay, so with that, we will take a quick break for Pay Some Bills, word from our sponsor, and when we come back, an interview with Kerry Turner, TekniPlex Flexibles, coming up next. You're watching Ashland Boys Varsity Football on WACA.
So, Kerry, that's going to be your mic. At the start of the second quarter, when we come back in. Let's see how everybody sounds, I guess.
do I sound?
You sound great.
I can hear you.
And feel free to talk.
TekniPlex Healthcare leverages its world-class materials science knowledge to deliver better patient outcomes by designing and manufacturing products that allow for less invasive procedures, reduce pain, enable faster healing, and safer drug delivery.
TekniPlex Ashland is once again proud to support the 2024 Ashland High football team and its coverage. Have a great season and go Lockers!
Has it?
It's okay.
All right. Kerry Turner, I should know because of it. But Kerry, welcome to the roof, so to speak, and thank you for always being a proud sponsor for Ashland Athletics.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. No, we at TekniPlex, we're happy to sponsor all the community stuff, and you know, I'm from Ashland, so
Yeah.
I played on the football team. So
you were telling us earlier. You go way back. How long you've been in Ashland since when?
my family moved to Ashland in 1968, so I've been here since I was 5 years old.
Wow. And you said class of '81.
Class of '81, Ashland High, yeah.
All right. So and you played football.
I did.
Now I worked with a gentleman who's still coaching to these days. He's over at Milford. Dave Tupper.
Oh, Dave was my coach my senior year, yeah.
I worked with Dave. He's still around. He's assistant coach over at Milford. He coached at Nipmuc a few years. So.
Oh yeah, I know Dave very well, and the insurance guy too. So.
Yeah. What was he like to play for? Because he's. Yeah.
Well, you know, back when I was playing, Dave was young, so it was a little bit different. But you know, I originally my coach was Scoot Jajari,
right,
and
a
Dave,
good friend of Dave's.
and Dave
right.
was the assistant.
I think they went to Marion together.
Yes, they did. They went to Marion together. So I played. You know, I played all 4 years at Ashland, and Dave was a good coach. Dave, you know, he thought I was a little too skinny and didn't go in the weight room enough, but that's okay. Most of the coaches thought about that. But,
Really quick, Jay, sorry to interrupt you guys. Jake Robertson with the reception there for Grafton. It's going to be third. They haven't updated the scoreboard yet, so it's they're moving the chains. First down, third.
Should be third, yeah,
Okay.
third and short.
And by the way, on the previous play, it was number 44 on the clockers.
Your old number.
That
Nick
is-
Boomer.
That is my old
Kerry's old
digits,
number.
yes.
Want to
yeah.
call that one out.
And old is right. I think I was asked by my wife, are you going to wear your old high school shirt? I said, I don't think so.
All right, we'll see what they do on this third down play.
Ooh, good stick.
Really good anticipation at the line. Let's see where they mark this one.
Number 2 at the 1, Finn
I think he
Gilmore
just
on
got
the
it.
for a first
That's
down.
Yep. They're settling first down.
Like it.
Finn Gilmore again. But little progress there on that, stopping these 10, 12-yard runs. So now TekniPlex.
Yes.
You're in Ashland. They've been in Ashland through an acquisition. So tell us a little bit about the plant and what you guys do there.
Well, I could tell you a lot about the plant. I've been at the plant for 43 years.
Wow.
I started working there after high school, and we used to be Gothic House, and we were several other names. Most recently, Amcor from 2003 to 2019 when we were purchased by TekniPlex. And the good thing is, since TekniPlex purchased us in 2019, 2020 we started what TekniPlex calls TekniGives, which is a charitable thing all through TekniPlex. TekniPlex is a global company. They provide material solutions for science, for we're still going. For science, for medical, and there's also a consumer group. So they make cups, bowls, all different types of things for the consumer. But since they took over, they were really into giving to the community as opposed to Amcor. And you can go ahead for this play.
Sure, this
Yeah.
is 2nd and 5. This is Finn Gilmore on a long run before he's brought down around the 5.
Yeah, another 20-yard pickup. They just can't figure it out.
Like Amaral was in on the tackle.
Very aggressive team is Grafton.
They might call you into action, Kerry.
Yeah, well, they're going to be in trouble if they do that. But
Well, just one play. One play, Kerry, right?
I might be able to do one play and be out for a year. But
You'll have to use your own products to recover.
yeah, that's right. That's
So
right.
what are some of the products?
So in
that you,
Ashland, we're basically a medical converter. So what we do is we take a medical grade Tyvek, which Tyvek some people would know as house wrap or whatever, but this is medical grade. We print it, we die cut it, and there's a heat seal on it. So what happens is if you've ever, heaven forbid, you have to go in for surgery in an OR, there's a tray with a device in it, and a sealed device. We make the lid for that device, and that's what I've been doing that since probably the mid '80s. We started doing that, so we do that. It's a good product. It's been tried and true for over 40 years, and we continue to make it. And so we're kind of a small shop.
How many employees at the local?
23 employees. We hover between 23, 25 employees, and it's mostly printing. So think of printing, die cutting.
They did get into the end zone.
That was Gilmore again.
I was trying to distract you from
Yeah, that's all right. It's a good distraction for the viewers at home. Yeah, the Gators go up 12-0, extra point pending.
Hey, Kerry, where's TekniPlex based here in Ashland?
In the Telecron building.
Okay, right.
So we've been in the Telecron building as other iterations of the business since 1984. So
Incredible.
Yeah, it's been quite a ride for me. 43 years. I'm almost ready to stop doing it, but we'll see how long it goes.
Is there news that you want to break here on the show?
No news. I don't think it's news for anybody that knows me and have been around. But
they go for the 2-point conversion. Quarterback keeps it, and
I don't think he made it.
He's
no,
short.
he's
Yep.
short.
Yeah, they're just able to trip him up. The knee hit the ground.
If they gave him the roll, then yes, but
yeah.
So the TekniGives program has been, was established back in 2018 with TekniPlex, but they took us over in 19 and 2020. Of course, the pandemic struck, and I was able to talk TekniPlex into giving the Ashland Emergency Fund $10,000. So check for $10,000.
terrific.
And we thought, let's get this rolling, let's do it. And every year since then, I've wanted to sponsor the fall sports and the football team, and I have my whole group do their little ad every year.
And then you do the Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we do the Thanksgiving thing.
We
Yeah,
so you guys. Yeah.
So I think it's a pretty
awesome.
good thing. It's not something that we have done. I mean, we've done community stuff over the years. We've also done, clean up the street, those types of things. But TekniPlex has really been great with
And
giving them.
I have to say, I love when a business does something like that, because you don't do it because, hey, we're going to run out and buy your product.
Right.
You do it because it's the nice thing to do, and you want to
Be a part of the
support
community.
your community and do nice things. So.
Correct. We're not selling products to the consumer. We're selling products to medical device companies.
Yeah, and what goes around comes around. Ozalumba on the return, and he
valiant
put up
effort.
a little bit of a fight. Yeah, I mean,
By number 14, Jamison Mello.
just can't seem to get it all together. What would Coach Tupper tell the team right now?
Number 0.
Top would say, Turner, get off the field. But no, I'll tell you, this Grafton team is pretty good size.
They're big.
Yeah, good
That was
size.
one of the things that I was mentioning when I was going through the roster on one of the websites. It'll show, but they have 10 players over 200 pounds
Wow.
listed.
Wow.
9 players over 6 feet. They go to the gunk offense
Right away.
and
Obviously, this is a non-league, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
exactly. And I did see that I was checking out Holliston's schedule. Grafton is on the Holliston schedule as well.
Oh,
so
are they?
Grafton is looking to make another run. They're not taking any weak opponents. They got some
I guess not.
going
Looks
for
like
it.
a 2-3 yard gain there for Amaral on first down.
It's always interesting to see how the teams deal with this gunk offense. Can be very confusing. Somehow they just got to get it to the outside.
Yeah.
They got to get some open space.
get
I mean,
through there.
the bodies are too big to just
Go up the middle.
up the. Yeah, that's what it seems.
Looked like Ozolumbo like kind of started, stopped, and then he ended up with the ball, and then he got just caught in the middle of that giant pack.
Right.
So 6:22 to go in the second quarter. It is 3rd and 4. I mean, if they get 3 yards of carry, that's okay.
Kerry, by the way, WACA, we're going to be having an open house in the fall, like I think in October. We'll talk about more about this in upcoming broadcasts, and but we hope to stop by and be a part of that.
Oh, yeah, great. That would be great. I look forward to that.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to show
Fakes the
folks.
pitch.
Go ahead, Rob.
Quarterback. No, he faked the pitch, kept it, get pushed up for 2 yards.
Number 11,
Devin O'Brien, 3rd quarterback under center tonight.
Not quite as smooth as the Red Sox, but pretty close.
Devin O'Brien, one of the 3 captains on this squad, the other 2 being Quan Amaral and Kevin Ozolumba. Grafton has 7 listed captains.
Whoa.
I like them going for it. So
See
it's
if they can
fourth
get
and
this
1.5, a long one. Huge play here. O'Brien keeps it, runs it up the middle.
He
and
got
yep.
it. He got it.
This is good. We got to keep the defense on the field. Maybe tire him out. Heading off the field, number 77 there. That's Connor Shepard, listed at 6 feet, 333 pounds.
I believe it.
He was pushing people around on the offensive line, so he plays both ways.
1st and 10 from the Ashland 30.
So, guys, I'm ashamed to say I haven't been up here to see a game. I only know the old Walker Field because that's what I played on.
Sure.
But this is Bill Cunis Field, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Who was my 7th grade social study teacher
Oh, yeah?
and my 7th grade basketball coach.
Wow.
You'll have to share us a story, too, because we, being so new to the community and younger, don't know the legacy of him other than what we read on the nice plaque.
Direct
as,
snap to
Ozolumba.
Ozolumba.
Keep going.
Short gain.
Yeah, able to evade the tackle in the backfield and eke
Just
out
trying to find some open
3
space.
yards.
Tackled by number 7, Owen.
Close.
Yeah, it's interesting. I graduated with Bill's son, Michael. So I knew Bill Cunis very well. Avid runner, of course. He ran.
And then he
biked.
and
But,
he was an accomplished athlete in college
Oh
as
yeah,
well? Is
yeah,
that what I
yeah.
remember?
Well,
Okay.
that's before my time, but
Okay.
yes, he was. He was
Yeah.
a very good athlete,
Oh.
and coached a lot of different sports.
How many sports did you play? I've heard basketball and football.
I ran track. I did run spring track. I ran some winter track when I didn't play basketball my last couple of years in high school. So you're bringing back those athletic days. I don't.
Amaral gets upended for a loss.
I will never comment on somebody's physical shape. I was telling a story at the office 2 days ago, and the guy, my buddy, who was he's like, "Are you out of breath from telling the story?" I'm like,
I'm just
"Stop."
climbing up to this
I'm
booth
like, I'm
here.
just, yeah. So
No, but it's really good to be here, and it's nice. It's nice. You guys got a great view, and it's a nice field.
anytime you want to come up and hang out and watch and just seriously, you're more than welcome.
You know, it's
If you-
fun. I
it
used
gets
to
you
run
out of the
around.
house-
Used to run around these woods when I was a kid. So
What was up here like before? Was
Woods.
it was all woods
Woods.
here, and they just cleared it out? And, yeah. So 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. Atherton evades one tackle, couldn't find any receivers downfield. It's now going to be 4th and 4, 4th and 5, 2:21 to go, clock running. With Ashland trailing 12-0 here in the second quarter.
The guy who owned this land had this crazy idea about breeding pine trees.
yes, Cadra. I believe those was the name of the.
I was just doing a Back to the Future reference. but
But they did own the land, though.
He know
I
everything.
know. I know a little
A
bit.
little
of
bit,
Ashland
yeah.
history. Don't get me going too much.
Well, you talked about Kerry Griffin. He's a family friend. I used to know his family. They were about 10 years older than me from Old Orchard Beach, where we used to go. They lived around the corner from there, and I grew up in Framingham. So,
Well, the fact that I knew the name right away because when we moved to Ashland, I actually met him, and he was surprised that we both had the same name. So I'll never forget that because, you know, there weren't many Kerrys.
nope. Well, yeah, good family. The
Clockers called
Griffins.
timeout with a minute and a half to go, minute 28 to go here. 4th down. I think they're just trying to do everything they can to keep the ball away from Grafton for this last minute or so.
Yeah.
Want to thank you for the T-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
We got T-shirts?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
got
got
you got a
T-shirts.
little swag here, boys.
Techniplex swag.
There's 3 T-shirts.
Nice.
I don't know what size you wear, but
The other one is going to be handed out later. I think I put in for an XL.
yeah, I'm
XL.
sure.
We can
You're-
work
you're
it
an-
out.
you're an
Well,
L, but yeah.
they're all here.
Blue, it's a good color for me. It accentuates my eyes.
Well, I think there might be 4 here. There might be a long sleever in here too. So
Okay, perfect.
have at it.
Yeah, well, thank you.
You're setting the bar high for future sponsor visits.
Well, that's right. I hope to. I hope to. Uh-oh.
So 4th and 4. They are going to go for it. They got Hugo Rossi and Robbie Rudisil down at the bottom of the screen here. Fakes the throw, and he is dragged down from behind. Yeah, there's just nothing there for Atherton, and
Clock stops with a minute 20 to go.
Well, let's get through this half and regroup and come back and right.
yeah, exactly. I mean, the Clockers will start with the ball in the second half. So if we can keep them off the board here,
It's a 2-score game.
the fans are off the rocks. That's good.
Yeah.
Makes me nervous. I'll give them the $5 to get in.
You're not a believer in the Darwinian?
All right.
It's all
am,
natural selection.
but not on my watch. I don't want to delay the game.
Almost broken up.
Heck of a throw.
It was.
Oh, and there's a late flag.
He's
Definitely
that
used
is?
a size advantage there, right?
Yeah. What do you think that flag is?
It looked like he was grabbing his arm from a.
Number 18, Jake Linehan.
There's Jake Robertson with the catch. Grafton's moving backwards. That's a good sign. Yep, it is against the Gators.
Hold it.
So it'll be 1st and 16, maybe 17.
We're at a minute 11 to go.
Looked like a dangerous pass. I mean, great job by Robertson. You said was the player on the reception.
It went up
but
there and got it. Yeah.
Yeah, if he bobbled that, he had that thing was going to be picked off. Could have been a pick 6. So they're really bringing the pressure. Settles center screen, little middle screen, not handled by Gilmore.
You see Merlone trying to time the snap. We're going right up the middle.
Yeah.
He's a baller.
Oh, I think I know his dad, Jamie.
Yeah, there's a lot of Merlone. I don't know the relationship of
I
but-
don't know if that's his dad.
Right,
but
exactly.
I do know
Aren't
Jamie.
there, I think there's a lot of
Yeah,
Merlone,
there
and
are
I
a
don't
lot.
know the. I think there's cousins. There's.
Oh, related to Lou, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me Ashland trivia, I can try.
And we had Jake Merlone on the Super Bowl team.
Oh
back in
yes, now that
2019.
was. Now I know that was Jamie's son.
Yeah. So 2nd and 16, 56 seconds to go. Just can't give up the big play.
No.
You can give him 10 yards, and there's the big play.
One-on-one coverage.
I'm a little speechless. I just, it's. Ozalumba got turned around on the coverage.
Looked like it was Griffin Landry with the reception. He got some separation.
It looked like he initially had good coverage.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly. And then when he got turned around, he just
He went looking for the ball.
Maybe lost in the lights or something. Who knows? But
It's not easy to play that defensive back.
what are some of your highlights? Were you offense, defense, anything?
I played, but I was mostly a tailback.
Okay.
We
Longest run from scrimmage?
I think 80 yards.
Wow.
I think against Med. Oh, I think. Listen to me.
Yeah.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Kerry, you
Against
just own
Midway.
it. You own it. Like we're not going back to fact check later.
That's
It
what
was
I gonna say.
120 yards if it was
I
an
would
inch.
never embellish.
I think the WACA library goes back to 1997,
Oh, okay.
1987,
Oh,
so
that's
you're
good.
clear.
Yeah, there was some
That
film on. Maybe
that
Dave
six
Tupper
touchdown
has.
game you
Maybe
had.
Dave Tupper has film on me. But I do remember Midway, an 80-yard run. That was probably. I do remember a lot of games us getting, beat up pretty good. So
Yeah, how were the teams? What was your? Were
I
you
think my junior year we were like 7-3, which wasn't bad, and my senior year we were like 5-5. So
okay.
I actually played as a sophomore too, and I can't even remember what our record was then.
47.4 seconds to go as the handoff gets.
Yeah, there's the flag.
That's going to be a hold.
He
it's a
just
hold.
tackled him. He basically tackled him, and Coach McKay threw his arms up. And he's been working the ref on
All
that.
night.
So good timing. That was just on, so that'll bring him back to maybe the 20, 21-yard line.
Keep out of that end zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 19-yard line, 18-yard line, 36 seconds to go. First and 18, the throw into the corner. Oh,
That's going to be pass interference.
And he didn't even have to.
Yeah, right. The
Sorry.
receiver cut the wrong way, and and then he got tackled.
I'm laughing
but
at our
yeah,
reaction, not at the
Yeah.
foul. Like it just,
Yes.
Exactly. So,
like the three of us, and I think 2 or 3 flags all thrown simultaneously. So they
it's
get the 10 yards right back.
It's half the distance because it was at the 18, so it'll be 9 yards if they mark it off right. Yeah, half the distance, so it'll be first and goal from the 9. 22.4 seconds to go.
Half the distance to the goal line.
Now I feel guilty that I had the guy put 7 seconds back on the clock in the first quarter. All right, dig deep, clockers. Drops back to pass.
Get him.
Shoots through. That could be.
It broken up by Ozalumba.
Yeah.
Huge play. The Clockers had some good penetration there in the backfield. Forced a quick throw. And even so, it still needed Ozalumba to come up big just to be able to just tip that ball out of harm's way. Still 16 and a half seconds to go.
Looks like they schemed something up for that one to try to get at the QB.
16 seconds to go.
There's definitely at least one guy on the line that is trying to time the snap. Like, get a running start.
Sean Griffin in at quarterback now. Great protection.
Oh, nice.
That was clean.
Yeah, and
Yep,
good
good-
coverage there
good
by
play.
Hugo Rossi.
Yeah, that's both times. The last 2 times that quarterback has gone toward the corner, like toward on that post. He's looked at that receiver the whole way, right? It's like there's no deception whatsoever. He's
Right.
locked in on that receiver.
Yeah, but gave him a lot of time to throw, a lot of protection. And when you think of protection, we think TekniPlex. Protecting consumers all over the world.
Right. At the end, consumer is the issue, and our CEO always says that what we want is for the best outcome of the patient. Right.
That's a
Big
pretty good
tackle
outcome
there.
for the
Very
Clockers.
nice. Very nice.
Gavin Jones.
And a
Timeout, Grafton.
Yeah, a quick timeout. This is the last play.
3.8 seconds.
So TekniPlex has plants all over the world. They've been doing a lot of acquisitions over the last 5 years. Picked up a bunch of different companies in Latin America and over in Europe, and a bunch in the U.S. So one of the big things that TekniPlex Healthcare does, which what I'm a part of, is tubing. So they do a lot of different types of tubing for a lot of different types of medical devices. And I had the pleasure to go to our global
I was just gonna
innovation
ask
center.
if you travel to any of these other locations.
Yeah,
So.
in Holland, Ohio, and they actually showed us some of the tubing that they make, and it's amazing. Some of it is so small. I mean, it's like a thread, but it's an actual tube.
So it's used in what type of?
A lot of different medical devices. Don't ask me.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
You're not a
I've only been doing this 40 years. I don't know.
Right.
No, I know die-cut lids, and I know. You know.
Yeah.
But it's very interesting, the stuff that they make, and you know, I never knew that.
You call this play, Kerry.
Oh no! All right.
Tell us what's happening.
Quarterback back to pass, and broke it up. Very good, very good.
So a good way to end the half is the Clockers withstand a goal line attempt.
12-0 still in the ball game.
12-0. You hanging out? You want to hang out?
Hang on a little while.
Yeah,
sure.
hang out. We're gonna take a break and get in a word from our sponsor.
We'll
They're gonna pay some bills, run some ads. You're watching Ashland varsity football here, William Cunis Field. I'm Rob Silver with Josh Abrams, our special guest, Kerry Turner. And we'll be back for the second half in a few.
TekniPlex Healthcare leverages its world-class materials science knowledge to deliver better patient outcomes by designing and manufacturing products that allow for less invasive procedures, reduce pain, enable faster healing, and safer drug delivery.
TekniPlex Ashland is once again proud to support the 2024 Ashland High football team and its coverage. Have a great season and go Clockers!
WACA-TV's coverage of tonight's game is sponsored in part by Mr. Handyman, the home improvement professionals. They're your one-call solution for a wide range of home maintenance and repair needs performed by fully insured technicians. Located right here in Ashland at 200 Butterfield Drive, give them a call at 508-231-4639 or request service at mrhandyman.com.
You got nothing to worry about. You're doing a great job. A lot of people get intimidated about being on a mic, but you're doing great.
Well, thank you.
And welcome back to second half coverage on WACA. I'm Josh Abrams with Rob Silver, and a special guest we'll get to in just a moment, joining us for the third quarter. Not a lot to talk about in the first half. The Clockers down 12-0, but a terrific defensive stand there at the end of the half, Rob.
Yeah, exactly. Keeps it in range. We get first possession second half, so hopefully we can march down the field, cut that lead in half or less, and we'll see what happens. But just this Grafton team is as advertised, big and strong, and they kind of pushed us around. And we'll see. Coach McKay is one of those coaches that is able to make halftime adjustments. So we'll see what he told the team in the locker room, and hopefully they come out all fired up.
Okay, let's hope that works out. And joining us as he did in the second quarter, Kerry Turner from TekniPlex Healthcare, longtime Ashland resident, Ashland High alum, be helping us out with play-by-play and observations, and we'll hear a little bit more about his experiences as well as everything TekniPlex Healthcare does for the Ashland community.
Well, thanks.
And it's Finn Gilmore kicking off to Robbie Rudisil, I believe. Rudisil misses one tackle. Still on his feet. See you.
Much better return than the last time, though.
We'll take that.
Some progress.
Yeah.
Definitely had some space to run that time, and got up a good head of speed before he met his first tackler and shook that one off.
Yeah, it was a good run back.
Yeah, and just overall, looked like Ashland definitely tightened up on defense a little bit. Finn Gilmore was having his way, just 10 yards, 15 yards a carry, 20 yards a carry. He must have been close to 100 yards in that first half. So hopefully they figured something out and they can leverage that here in the second half. It's a handoff to Ozalumba. Goes nowhere.
And then backwards.
The middle has not been the place to go.
Not tonight.
They got some big guys in there.
Somehow they got to figure out a way to get to the edge. Throw the ball maybe, kind of.
Yeah, I think throwing the ball is an option for sure.
And I kind of feel like the quarterbacks are accurate. They had a nice throw to Hugo Rossi, who just unfortunately let it slip through his hands. See if they target him again down here at the bottom of the screen, number 4. In motion, that is a fumble. No. And it's picked up by the Grafton Gators. Brendan McMahon able to pounce on the loose ball.
Miscommunication there behind the line. A costly turnover here for the Clockers as Grafton takes over deep in Clocker territory.
Well, I guess it's time for me to talk about TekniPlex.
Yeah.
No, they... yeah, that was an unfortunate play. But, no, but from just from a community standpoint, you know, we always want to be a good steward to the community and help out when we can. So any time that's possible, and I want to pass that on when I'm not even working at the plant. So
Yeah, and you said that's through the TekniGives,
TekniGives program.
is the charitable arm of
Yes.
TekniPlex.
Yes, and TekniGives not only gives to communities, and they also give to the employees.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know, during the pandemic, it was you know, it was very difficult. We, you know, as a plant, TekniPlex, we went to work every day. We weren't locked down. But our CEO at the time, Paul Young, he paid every hourly employee an extra $2.50 an hour for about 8 months during that, which didn't have to do, but actually did that for us, and it was big for the employees.
Yeah.
A little subterfuge on that last play is a little misdirection.
Brendan
And Grafton,
McMahon again.
yep, marches right down by the goal line. First and goal.
First and goal, Grafton.
Yeah, I saw that the TekniGives a lot of, they help with the food banks and
Yes.
a lot of that
Food
as well
banks,
was
the
a big number.
emergency fund, yeah. You know, I was really proud that we were able to give $10,000 to the emergency fund as another score.
Gilmore untouched into the end zone.
Well, maybe I'm the jinx, guys. I don't know.
Touchdown, Grafton.
Inflatable Gators getting some action out there in the far bleachers.
Yes.
Like I said, so my daughter graduated from Florida this past May. Florida Gators.
Oh, yeah.
I was joking around with Coach McKay because he mentioned how bad the Gators played last week. I said, I know you guys would probably be better up playing them than the Grafton Gators.
They did. The
And it kinda
Florida
looks
Gators
like-
took a heavy beating.
You a big
last
sports
night.
fan outside?
I am. I watch every sport, but I watch. You talk about. You know.
Well, no, that's all I do. That one is close, and they stopped them again. So if every play could be an extra point or a conversion, we'd
Yeah,
be in
we'd be good.
business.
We'd be good.
Is no good.
Make them kick.
All right, so we're still
three-score
three
game.
score games, exactly. 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Good news is still a lot of time. 9:38 to go here in the third quarter. You mentioned, Kerry, you mentioned you ran track indoor, the 100-yard dash.
I did.
I'm going to put you on the
I
spot.
don't remember.
Come on.
They used to say I was fast, but I don't.
Okay.
I don't remember the times really.
How many? So I'm assuming you came in first of a meet or two?
I may have did pretty well in some of my track stuff, but not all of it. Did a little long jump. Yeah. Jumped. I think I jumped 20 feet.
Really?
Yeah. And not down. That was straight. I could jump 20 feet down.
Once.
Yes, once.
All right, we're going to do this again. Gilmore this time owes a Lumba on the receiving end. Gets down low, tries to break a tackle, drags a defender. The flag coming in at the end. Not sure what that was. Could be a face mask.
Yeah, it came from behind the clocker line. Let's see how this plays out.
Anytime you get that scrum. The fans wait with bated breath.
While we sort this out now, Kerry, you and TekniPlex have been a longtime sponsor here at WACA. We're welcoming a new sponsor this year, Sub-Zero Nitrogen Ice Cream. Have you had a chance to get down there yet?
I have not, but I certainly will, because I know exactly where it is, and I look at it all the time. But ice cream, but I am. I will do it.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great place. You know, I've been there several times. My son Chase, who's now graduated high school, was working there last spring, and just a really good operation over there, and a little science experiment for the kids while they're getting their ice cream made. You know, that
right.
liquid nitrogen hit in the liquid. It's pretty cool.
So that call went against the Clockers, pushing the back. He steps back, and Soderberg throws just beyond the reach.
Mark Mermelstein.
Good zip. He was open.
Mm-hmm.
We'll bring up a second down for Ashland.
So yeah, anyway, sorry, Rob. Kerry, we're hearing from Sub-Zero. There's a new flavor coming out called Clocker Crunch.
Ooh.
So we're starting to wonder, we only heard the name.
We don't know what that is?
We don't know the ingredients yet. We thought we might take some guesses and see how close we get.
Well, I know there's a thing going on this weekend through town, the Porch Fest thing.
I saw that over at the corner spot, yep.
Yeah, so maybe I'll take a little mosey down there and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You come out for those, like Ashland Day? And
Yeah, well, I lived on Esty Street for many years, so I was right in the middle of Ashland Day, actually, for quite a few years. So, yeah, I do.
Dropping back to pass. He tucks it away. It's almost like he ran into the defenders.
Yep.
There seemed to be room inside. I mean, out. Whatever. It's easy to say from up here.
Yeah, but Kerry, I'd say, corner spot, Ashland's Farmers Market are two of like the more recent developments that have just made such a difference in town.
And Staples in town too, and now everybody counts on those, right?
Yep.
Because those are great places.
Yeah, it looked like they were running a movie night tonight as part of this corner spot weekend.
Oh, is it? Are they? I didn't know that. I had read about that. The people playing on the porches. I
Yeah,
thought
the
that
ash
was
hop
pretty-
thing,
Yeah,
yep.
ash hop, porch hop, whatever it is. But I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 3rd and 9. Atherton tucks it away again, has a little room, and this Grafton team just does not miss. And that's Brendan McMahon on the tackle. Been all over the board.
They got a
Calling his name everywhere. Yeah, definitely going to be a punt. Well, I say that, and then you realize it's Coach McKay, so there's always a chance.
Yeah, so, Kerry, I'm not sure if you're considering this an audition to become a WACA announcer, but I want to let our viewing audience know that we are always looking for announcers, for tech crew, editors, camera operators. If you have a child in the Ashland School District who's interested in learning more about it, you can certainly contact us at WACA for more information. Easiest way probably is to just email me at josh@wacatv.com.
And the Clockers get a friendly roll. And a nice kick by Ollie LaRoe.
Punt by number 12, Ollie LaRoe.
This might be Grafton's worst starting field position of the night.
It might be. I'm glad you said that, Josh, because you guys probably have a few extra viewers and listeners tonight because they heard that I was going to be on. I don't know how many people.
Did you
Give a
post it?
shout out.
Did you post it on Instagram?
Give
But
a
my
shout-
family is big enough, so.
Wow, well, mention them on the air. Tell them who do you think's
Yeah.
watching.
Oh,
They can watch the replay.
I'm not going there because then if I get
Okay.
it wrong,
If you
then
miss one?
I can't.
Hey, you
But I
can't,
think
can't
We can
do
fix
any
it in
work.
post.
Hey, I set the bar really low by calling you Kelly. So. Right up the middle, 5 yards, maybe 6. Well, yeah, it looks like it's 6.
Yeah, again, I mean, the Clockers had such a great defensive stand there at the end of the first half, but you got to wonder at what point here in the second half that deficit in height and weight is going to catch up with them.
Yeah, and they need to, get downfield and score some points, right?
Yeah, and from the outset, to win a game like this, you can't have those inopportune turnovers. Turnovers are generally inopportune, but, I mean, at that point, you couldn't come at a worse time in a worse spot. So, very tough to overcome. Just great execution by Grafton.
Yeah, when you have holes like that, it's.
Yeah.
Rob, with all this extra time we're having with Kerry, we almost forgot. We really need to give a shout out to our crew tonight. We got one of our biggest crews in quite a while, and they're doing a great job for us. So I wanted to say thanks to Luis Miranda, Mackie Katob, Nick Cunningham, Brady Montesino, who's somewhere today. So he's down on the field cam tonight. Jeff Hall, Paul Bowden. Guys, we really appreciate it.
And Daniel Vetstein
Thank you.
helping out
Yeah.
as well.
He's doing some shadowing. We're getting him ramped up to do. He's doing some basketball last year, right?
Yeah, did some basketball. We'll definitely do that again, but we'll get him on the mic here and hopefully maybe some on-field interviews in-game.
We're queuing him up for some soccer later in the fall as well.
Run by number 7, Owen Belanger.
So again, now that Chase Abrams has graduated from Ashland and moved on to URI, we do have some holes in our broadcasting crew. And I know Logan Abrams, 8th grader at Ashland Middle School, is eager to take his spot behind the mic. But again, it doesn't have to be all nepotism. We're happy to open this up to other folks in the community.
Heck of a recruiting job, Joe.
Well, I'll wait till this play, but this is Sean Griffin. He's been taking a lot of snaps back there. Telegraph that. Oh, man. Number 44. Where were you? If he could have just shed that block, he might have had a chance.
Pass intended to number
Shades of 1981.
Don't go that far back.
But no, my friend making plans with tomorrow. Her son is a senior at URI. You're going to move in. She said have him. I think he's in TEP. Is the fraternity.
Okay, well,
I think that's the same fraternity my dad was in at UMass. Way back.
Well, I
way
understand
back
it
in
is
the
a
day.
national organization.
Yeah, but I don't know. We never talked much about it. That was. So 3rd and 5, hands it off and just blasts through the arm tackles.
I don't think he got the full 5.
No, 4 yards.
Carrie, any chance you know a Tambra McKay?
Oh, Tammy Mackey, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Mackey, yeah.
Well, she's on the feed and gave you a shout out. Tammy, thanks for posting. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Tam.
it.
Unfortunately, Tammy, you were the 13th viewer. The 12th viewer got the car.
Oh. What was the car this time? Was it an 81 Buick LeSabre?
81. That's nice.
All right.
Probably not.
Did you have a
mint
car?
condition.
Did you have a car in
Oh,
high
here we
school?
go.
What did you have
No,
in
I
81?
did not
No?
have a
Okay.
car in high school.
I know Grafton.
Gators
They're
take a
gonna
timeout.
think this through on 4th and 1 with 4:20 to go. 4:20 in the 3rd quarter.
Okay. Rob, we do need to do a quick shout out to another one of our sponsors, Mr. Handyman of Central MetroWest. Want to give us the spiel for Mr. Handyman? Other
Yeah,
than,
Mr. Handyman.
fixie?
Yeah, absolutely. Home improvement professionals, they're your one-call solution for a wide range of home maintenance and repair needs performed by fully insured technicians located right here in Ashland at 200 Butterfield Drive. Give them a call at 508-231-4639 or request service at mrhandyman.com, and make sure you go to the Ashland area code location if that's where you are. Is there a few? They're Central
Metro West.
Central Metro West.
You probably want to go with zip code instead of area code.
Yeah, that too. That too.
The 508's a pretty wide
508.
range. So.
I wasn't planning on reading it. I thought that was thought that wasn't in my job description. And they forge ahead for a first down on that 4th and 1.
Run by number 2, Finn Gilmore. Tackle by number 8, Luke
Well,
O'Brien.
I really appreciate you guys having me on tonight. I wasn't doing. It was Friday night. I wasn't doing anything anyway, so I appreciate it.
No, this is great. We're glad to have you. I love all the connections
Yeah.
and tying it in and getting to know more about you and the company. And
Yeah, I had no idea before tonight, Craig, that you were this longtime resident and alum. I mean, it's been fantastic.
has the TekniPlex facility there? Oh, another huge gain. Has that always been the same size? 20? You said 23 employees
Yes.
now for the most part.
Right. So back in the '80s, when we were Gothic House, we were a little larger because we had, most of our stuff is centralized down, like customer service and sales, and AP.
Oh,
and
right,
AR.
right.
So
the
now all
opposite.
that stuff. So we've shrunk. Since probably in the '90s, we probably shrunk down to the 30 range, and then a little bit lower as we got into the 2000s. But of course, we make more money and we make more product now.
Yeah, it's more efficient. Economies of scale.
And I became the player manager.
Well, that being the key.
Well, I can see the Kerry Turner fan club is making its presence
I told
known.
you you'd have a few.
Yep. So Lauren Turner.
That's my sister, yeah. She's down in Georgia. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. I know our broadcasts do go coast to coast, up and down. We've even had viewership in Canada.
Nice.
So, Lauren, welcome. We're glad to have you with us.
Sure, some of my brothers are probably, well, I don't know how technical savvy they are, but we'll see.
Any family in the area? Or
Yeah, my brothers live here. I come from I have 6 siblings.
Gilmore again,
run.
11 yards on the carry. Well over 100 yards.
Yeah, I have
And,
6. Yep, go ahead.
No, it just had an injury, probably a cramp. I think Mermelstein, number 7, came off with a cramp just on the play before that, and that's Isaiah Early, I believe, number 89.
But he jogged off, so that was a good sign.
Yeah, I come from. I have 6 siblings. I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and my sister and my niece live in the house that I grew up in on Myrtle Street, and I bought a house on Elliott Street. My brother lives on Elliott Street.
It's a pterodactyl.
I know, something was going at my neck. My brother Doug lives down in Ashland Commons, so.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Surrounded by Turners.
Oh, yeah, we're everywhere.
That was an oblique Spaceballs reference. I don't know if you caught that.
What did you say?
Surrounded by Turners. It was oblique.
No.
It was oblique.
Okay, well, I'm a big Spaceballs fan. You know. So.
I'll have to tell you off air what the
Okay,
specific reference
fine.
was.
Well, I'm going to be out of here at ludicrous speed.
Oh, nice.
Harry!
You're welcome back
he's back.
anytime. Definitely. If you need to get in the booth there, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the combination.
You guys are on fire.
You missed it right there.
Touchdown?
No,
No, they didn't make it.
it was another Spaceballs reference. Just
When
now.
will then be now?
Just now. You missed it.
The kids that haven't seen that, like, I just feel like there's so many movies they could go and watch, and
Well,
Well, I mean, they really need to see Star Wars in order, the original Star
True.
Wars, to
Yeah,
get the,
true.
you know.
yes.
and into the end zone, I believe.
Well, the Grafton players are signaling touchdown. We haven't seen it
I
from
don't
a ref
see
yet.
the referee.
2nd and goal.
Clock runs now. Under a minute to go in the quarter.
Yeah, Brendan McMahon. I don't know if he's scored yet. He definitely
It's like
he's
30
done
inches
everything.
based on the chains.
He recovered the fumble, I believe.
Down to the 1-yard line. 3rd down and 1. Grafton.
Looks like
Is,
Brady is mentoring Luis on that handheld camera at the field level.
So see if Griffin hands it off to McMahon again. No, they pitches it to number 7. Ozalumba just missed the tackle.
Came up empty on a shoestring
Owen
tackle.
Belanger into the end zone for the 4th score of the night. 24-0. With 18.2 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Not the home opener that they had drawn up for the fans.
We'll have to follow this Grafton team, see how they do this year.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, they were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and last year I think they were 1 game away from the Super Bowl.
Can't kick it though.
Made the extra point.
Good pressure from Nick Boomer. Just missed getting a hand on that kick.
Very close.
Kerry seemed a little disappointed that they made it. Did you have Ashland plus 24.5 or something?
No. just hurts me to see them go down like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind the extra point. That's a good play on their end.
Yeah, that is a good
you
play.
know.
That is a good play.
But I know overall it's tough to watch. I think they'll bounce back. I'm trying to think who they have next week. I think they're in Bellingham next week.
That's correct. They're in Bellingham next week. And then I had this. And apparently I don't. But
Very easy to access here.
I got it. Fine. Yeah, they're traveling to Bellingham on Friday the 13th, 7 o'clock kickoff. And then back here on WACA, they host Wayland Friday, September 20th, 7 p.m. So set your DVR.
Yeah, and that should be an exciting game. Wayland has that outstanding running back, Max Dressens, I believe, and he is committed to play Division I football with, I think it's Bucknell.
Really?
Yeah. I think he had an offer to play Division III, but he wanted to go to a Division I school. Bucknell, I think it's Division. I think that's what I had read.
Rudisell took the kickoff there and was able to bring it back to the 22.
12.5 seconds to go. Looks like Grafton's still got their starting defense on there, maybe. Let them run out this play and see if the reserves get some playing time in the fourth quarter.
Back to the gun formation.
Yep. Quan Amaral.
Well, they were able to push the pile a little bit.
Yeah, 4 yards.
That'll do it for the quarter.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect, but it was pretty good.
This was
Yeah,
fun.
Josh.
This was
Pleasure
fun.
meeting you, Kerry. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, please come back.
Oh,
Will
yeah.
you come back?
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back.
You have my
I do.
number.
I have your number.
So
You're in my phone now.
Just let
so-
us know.
Okay.
Seriously.
All right, guys. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Okay.
All right.
That
And
was-
if you're bored, just walk up to the field. Don't even let us, if we're here, just come on up.
Okay, I will.
All right. TekniPlex
Appreciate it.
Flexible. TekniPlex. What do
Healthcare.
you prefer to go by? We used to say TekniPlex Flexible.
Well,
Did they rename that
yes,
division?
we are now
And it's-
TekniPlex Healthcare.
Is that the whole company or your
No,
division?
it's
The Ashland is the
well,
TekniPlex.
Well, I could go deep into. We were various solutions. Now we're med. I don't know. Just call us healthcare.
Easy peasy.
TekniPlex Healthcare it is.
We appreciate that.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank
Kerry.
you very much, guys.
Okay. Thanks
Have a great
again.
night.
Kerry Turner, plant manager at Ashland's TekniPlex Healthcare. So we've got a quick break here. We'll send it back to quick commercials, and I'll start with the fourth quarter. You're watching Ashland High School football on WACA.
WACA TV's coverage of tonight's game is sponsored in part by Mr. Handyman, the home improvement professionals. They're your one-call solution for a wide range of home maintenance and repair needs, performed by fully insured technicians. Located right here in Ashland at 200 Butterfield Drive, give them a call at 508-231-4639 or request service at MrHandyman.com.
Kevin Ozalumba. Gain of a yard. Looks like 3rd and 5 for Ashland.
No. Yeah, when they come back. So it's 3rd and 5. Third and 5, second play of the fourth quarter. A lot of misdirection. The only one not fooled was Grafton. As they shut them down, they get no yards, and it's going to bring up 4th and 5. As we're just starting the fourth quarter with the Grafton Gators leading 25-0, dominating on both sides of the ball. Ashland really struggling on offense. They may only have 1 first down.
That sounds about right, yeah.
But again, we knew coming in that this Grafton team was very, very strong. Ashland is going to get their share of wins before the season's over. And they got too many men in the huddle, so they're going to throw a flag. It's going to be 4th and 10. Illegal participation.
Now, if that Grafton coach had gotten any further out onto the field, he would have been on the line. Well, as Ashland resets, let's give a quick shout out to the Clocker Club, the official booster club of Ashland High School sports. Their signature fundraising events include a golf tournament, which was held at Shining Rock in Northbridge earlier this week, and a pancake breakfast on Super Bowl Sunday. If you'd like to get involved, they meet here at the high school the first Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. To learn more about getting involved and or purchasing a membership, be sure to check out clockerclub.org. That's clockerclub.org.
So it's Ollie LaRoe back in punt formation. Low snap. Good job picking it up.
That's a short lefty kick.
It's a fairly decent roll out of bounds at the 42-yard line of Grafton, 43. It's a net of 30 yards on the punt.
Is that the first time they've punted tonight? I think they've been going for it on 4th up till now.
They've punted at least 2 other times.
Huh.
Yes.
Punt by Ollie LaRoe down to the 43-yard line. The 1st and 10 for Grafton.
Okay, in between plays, we'll get caught up on other Ashland sports. Going around the horn, boys soccer played Westwood to a 2-2 tie on Tuesday and shut out Norwood yesterday 4-0. They head to Denham on Tuesday.
Ooh, late tackle out of bounds. Okay.
O'Brien had gotten good penetration on that play, had his hands around the ankles, but wasn't able to complete the tackle. And
Owen Belanger, ended up picking up 5-6 yards.
Yeah.
Could have been a loss. A lot of arm tackles, just not able to complete.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
So yeah, 5-yard, excuse me, 5-yard gain for Belanger.
So Peeler under center. Grafton. Well, once again, like you mentioned, you're trying to time that snap.
Yeah, just do anything to get an advantage.
Grafton just picking it up, though.
Okay, checking in with girls soccer really quickly. They lost to Westwood Tuesday 4-0, but bounced right back by shutting out Norwood 3-0 yesterday. They host Dedham on Tuesday for a 4:30 match. We'll see them here on WACA on Saturday, September 14th at noon when they host Blackstone Valley.
Wow, a rare Saturday game, huh? Is that you? Are you on the mic?
I'm hoping it's going to be Daniel and I on the mic. We're just verifying his availability. We also have to check on a crew. Apparently Saturday's a little bit tough to get a crew, but we're trying to only do games at the high school now. You know, middle school has lost some of its
yeah, they lost the field
facilities.
house, and Wi-Fi's a little sketchy.
Yep.
So. Yep. Can you hear us? Okay. Did you need us? Yeah, absolutely.
Offsides on Ashland. It's a 5-yard penalty. Bring up 1st and 5 for Grafton.
And coming into the booth, did I hear the door open? See what Grafton does here. They fake the handoff outside and goes inside for another sizable gain.
Another first down.
6-7 yards. We're going to welcome, some extracurricular activity maybe? Flag on the play. See what the call is, but welcoming to the booth, Daniel Vetstein.
Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you. And you're a senior here?
Yeah, just started my senior year. I'm excited, getting ready for college.
And what are you doing to get ready for college? Doing applications yet? Tell us.
Yeah, starting to do applications. Finished up my essay, just focusing on the next steps to getting to the applications.
Yeah, the kids these days with the Common App, so much easier than what we had to do, Rob.
What's the difference now?
Common App, like they just fill out one application, it goes to all the schools. And
Oh, really?
easy peasy. It's not like having to do a separate application and mail it in. And ugh.
I wasn't involved with Hallie's. We had a college
Talk about
coach.
your applications.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't even know how she did it. But anyways, well, I hope you get in. Now you want to go into broadcasting.
Yeah, I do.
In some capacity.
Yes.
What schools are you looking at, Daniel?
My top runner right now is Dean. I really like their program. I also like Curry, looked at LaSalle, a couple options. Also looking at URI.
And there's the another run. Just yards at will. Where did Chase? Chase ended up at
Chase
URI,
at
but what
URI.
other schools did he look at? Because he's in the same program, right?
Yeah, he looked
For the
at
most-
American, he looked at Syracuse.
18, Cole, 2 bets.
Those are the important
Yeah.
ones.
Where's Dean? Where's that?
Dean is in Franklin,
Okay.
not too far from here.
All right.
Yeah, it sounded like it was mostly New England schools you were looking at,
Yeah.
but LaSalle is Philly, right?
No, LaSalle's in Newton.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different. Okay, I'm thinking
Yeah.
LaSalle. Never mind.
Trying to
Yeah.
stay close.
Gotcha.
There's the pitch. Oh, there's a nice tackle, number
Boomer.
44. You called it, Nick Boomer. Kerry Turner's old number, 44.
Boom goes the dynamite.
That was one of the most painful segments ever.
Boomer.
Daniel, you're going to have to watch. Have you ever seen that segment in broadcasting? That's your homework for tonight is to Google "Boom Goes the
You
Dynamite."
think I haven't seen that before?
Oh, okay.
I've seen
all
it
right, all right.
plenty of times.
Well,
It's
chime in
awesome.
at any point.
Okay.
and let-
Maybe
Oh
we
my
should
God,
ask
what's
Daniel if
that?
he's seen Spaceballs.
I have.
All
Good.
right.
Good
welcome.
job. Good job. Respect.
There's another handoff outside and into the end zone.
How about a block in the back on the way? Wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah, I think it was a clean block. He almost turned his back on it. but-
7 on the range on the run. That's good for a touchdown for Grafton.
Who's that? Oh, we can see it on the replay. Was it Belanger? Was that number 7? I couldn't tell. Or it could have been number 9, Peeler, the quarterback.
He won't turn his jersey for me on the replay. 7.
Yeah, Belanger.
So with 5:45 and counting
No.
to go, Clocker's down 31-0.
No good.
Yeah, extra point went wide. So score is the lead's over 30, fourth quarter. So it's a running clock here on out.
Yeah, Kevin Ozlumba got in there, maybe put some pressure on the kicker. That's what made him go to the left.
Yeah, they've had. That's one thing Grafton's going to need to work on because they missed the extra point earlier, and even the one that they made was not perfect.
Okay, heading back, we'll wrap up our check-in on Ashland sports, fall sports. Girls field hockey was shut out by Westwood on Wednesday and played Norwood earlier today. Sorry, it's my
Yeah.
voice. They traveled to Dedham on Monday. The boys golf team started their season with losses to Hopkins and Westwood, but followed up with wins over Bellingham and Dedham. They played Millis earlier today. Boys and girls lacrosse start their seasons in 2 weeks. And the girls volleyball team, they lost 3-0 to Westwood in their season opener on Wednesday, but were right in each match. They're playing Norwood just down the hill. That one's probably over by now, but
I talked
played earlier
to
today.
I talked to Coach LeBay after the match. Needless to say, I was more optimistic than he was. He just felt, they didn't play as well as they could, and
for the amount of experience on that team, I agree.
yeah, I felt as we watched this return, it's a different returner. Number 24, that is Malachi Lambert.
You get stuffed
On
right
the
at the
return.
25.
Yeah, not a bad return. But to me, it looked like Westwood was really serving well. Like they had some tough serves. I was standing in the back there. You could see, and you could see it was like a knuckleball, like a lot of their serves.
No, I mean, they were a very well-disciplined team. They didn't make a lot of mistakes. And hopefully, Ashland can get their act together and cut down on the mental errors.
It's another one where they're a good team. They're going to get their wins.
Yep.
It's just a little off. They battled back. I thought that third set was going to be a walkover, and they made it exciting. So, and that you can watch the replays on YouTube, WACA-TV. Covered that live.
Little flip pass, looks like only be a gain of a couple. It'll be second down and long for the Clockers.
So I do want to give one final shout out to our sponsors tonight, TekniPlex Healthcare, and of course our thanks to Kerry Turner for spending the second and third quarter with us. Learned a whole lot about the company and their contributions to the local community and beyond. And looking forward to another successful partnership with them this year.
And
Mr. Handyman?
we have Mr. Handyman.
We'll catch up after the play.
Yeah, this is going to be a big one. I'm expecting big things here. Not bad. 6-7 yards.
When you say big things, were you talking slow motion?
Well,
Let's see
I
how
don't know. Was that
played.
another movie reference that I'm
No,
missing?
it just
Okay,
seemed like
I
that
don't
play
know.
kind of unrolled. It felt like the whole thing moved very slowly.
Well,
Well,
I think that the play didn't work the way it was intended to. It looked like it was supposed to be a little like pitch pass or something around the back, but the quarterback just decided to keep it.
That is the essence of this skunk offense. A lot of misdirection. So the quarterback will have his option to pitch it or tuck it away and run it up the middle, but yeah, there's just a lot of different options. And that was the wrong choice there. But Mr. Handyman, as we said, the home improvement professionals, they're your one-call solution for a wide range of home maintenance and repair needs performed by fully insured technicians located right here in Ashland at 200 Butterfield Drive. Give them a call at 508-231-4639 or request service at mrhandyman.com.
And of course, we also want to say thank you to our crew.
Do you want me to say thank you? 'Cause
Yes, please.
I think you.
I'm running out of voice.
You swallowed a bug, something like that. It's another movie reference. I swallowed a bug. I can't remember which movie. I'll have to check my notes. Daniel, if you know, the swallowed a bug.
That one I do not.
Google that for me, please. Thank our crew, Louis Miranda, Mackie Kotob, Nick Cunningham, Brady Montesino, Jeff Hall, and Paul Bowden. And with us up here tonight, Daniel Vetstein. I swallowed a bug. It's like he was going to ask somebody out.
Goodwill
or-
Hunting.
Yes, when they're in the bar and he gets
really
in
did
back.
Google it.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Final 30 seconds are going to tick off the clock here.
The Grafton Gators come into Ashland and just totally dominate from the opening kickoff. With the clock running down, the final score for us tonight is going to be 31-0. Needless to say, a disappointing start, but it's just one game, and we knew Grafton was going to be tough.
Yo, the question is how do the Clockers turn it around, change this energy up, and get the win for the next game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about the Bellingham squad, so they are Tri-Valley small. They are on the road. They just got to put this game behind them, and I think they'll be able to execute. They were just playing against just a huge team.
Yeah, this is probably one of the biggest teams they're going to face all year.
Yeah. So we'll see. I had heard good things. They had a good camp up at UNH, and they had played against some tougher teams. Obviously, not full contact, everything, and done really really well against those teams. So there was a lot of good chatter. It's not a TVL loss, so they're still in the running for the TVL. Those games come a little later in the season, the
Sure.
TVL large. Got a few non-league games. So,
Okay.
Daniel, you going to travel to Bellingham for the game?
Maybe, it depends.
So, yeah, I mean, we don't cover it, but I may go. I'll see. Having some.
I'm trying to stay close to home on Friday the 13th, but hey,
Oh,
you guys go for it.
Okay, thanks. I have your blessing. All right.
Okay, any you want to do a silver award tonight?
You know, I don't know if I can't. I
Okay.
can't. Yeah, I'm going to give the silver award to the young lady who sang the Star Spangled Banner. I wish I knew the name. Do you know the name?
I thought it was a
Did you
YouTube
know the
recording.
name?
It was a video recording.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
She
okay,
sounded
shout
professional.
shout out goes to the YouTube recording.
Okay, so once
Yeah.
again tonight, your final is 31-0 Gators of Grafton over your Ashland Clockers. They travel to Bellingham next Friday night, 13th, 7 o'clock kickoff. Our next broadcast for football will be a week from then, 2 weeks from tonight, Friday, September 20th, 7 o'clock kickoff against. Oh, Rob, I thought you had this-
Wayland.
Against Wayland.
Max
okay.
Tresson and the Wayland squad.
Okay. So, for Daniel Vetstein, for Rob Silver, and for our entire crew, and of course, Kerry Turner from TekniPlex
Healthcare.
TekniPlex Healthcare, all those years of flexibles, TekniPlex Healthcare, I'm Josh Abrams saying thanks for watching, and
Good night and go Clockers.
TekniPlex Healthcare leverages its world-class materials science knowledge to deliver better patient outcomes by designing and manufacturing products that allow for less invasive procedures, reduce pain, enable faster healing, and safer drug delivery.
TekniPlex Ashland is once again proud to support the 2024 Ashland High football team and its coverage. Have a great season and go Clockers!